Hey Matt, it's Chewy, and it's time for your weekly update. And today, I'm very excited because Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee just came out recently, and I've been playing. And at first, I had a lot of questions. I started the game, I played for maybe an hour or so, and I guess the big difference is I'm pretty sure you played Pokemon Blue or Pokemon Red, or, just one of those iterations of the original Pokemon game, whether it's like Leaf Green, not Soul Silver, sorry, Leaf Green or Fire Red. Regardless, like one of those games you probably played, you probably checked it out. And so this game, Pokemon Let's Go, it is pretty much a reimagining of those first games once again, kind of working in those Pokemon Go mechanics. And I guess I started playing and I was like, okay, so there aren't really like wild Pokemon battles. You don't like run into a wild Pokemon and then fight it and then go off on your way. Instead, you're just taken to a screen where you have the option to catch this Pokemon essentially. And so at first I was like, I don't know, you kind of just catch Pokemon and that gives you experience points, and then you're catching Pokemon over and over again, and do you need that many of the same Pokemon? At first I was like, I don't need all of this Pokemon so many times, and it seems weird to just like, that's how I train. There are also trainer battles that give you experience, but the bulk of it's just like focused around catching Pokemon. And then the other thing I had was like, am I gonna run out of Pokeballs? Am I gonna, I don't know, I had a lot of things that were kind of potential problems for me, because I felt like, how is this going to last in the long run? Like, us just catching these Pokemon over and over again. Sure, you'll run into new areas, find new ones, and so I was worried about it initially. But since playing a little bit more, I'm into it. I like it. I think there's enough variety, and they've changed up kind of what shows up in each location. Because, like, I don't know, you go back to the first games and you run into nothing but Pidgeys and Rattatas in that first route, and you're like, I don't want to catch these things over and over again. But as you get further, everything gets much more interesting there's new stuff, and so it keeps it interesting, and I like that. But I've got to say, my favorite thing so far has been this controller that came out with the game. It is shaped like a Pokeball. It's round. It has, the little button on the Pokeball? That is a little tiny joystick that you can use. And then the top of the Pokeball is also a button. So it's I think they call it the Pokeball Plus. I just call it the Pokeball controller. I don't know. But it is so dang cute. I've been really happy with it so far. It has a little strap, so I don't know. I know Sergio, who does the podcast with me, has cut his strap off because he's a rebel. He didn't want the strap at all. But me, I've kept it on just because, I don't know, I like it to be complete. But it does a lot of really cool things. I'm pretty excited about it. Like, it makes me feel like I have an actual Pokeball. So that's what I like about it. It lights up around that little center circle thing. It has different colors. It makes the little vibrations and wobbly sounds while you're catching something. And it makes the sounds of the Pokemon you catch inside of it from after you catch it. And I don't know, it just makes it feel like you are a Pokemon trainer on this journey, and it has been super delightful to play with this. I think you can mute it. I think I've tried and have not been able to, and so but I also don't mind, because I don't know, I feel like it would take away the charm if you mute the controller and just don't use it like that. But I like it so far. It's pretty fun. But yeah, I guess while playing this game and other games, because I've also been playing another one called Night in the Woods, I think you would actually really like this game because it's really well written, and it is basically like if you're from a small town and you know what life is like in those small towns, and you ever go back to it, it captures that really well. So I don't know. Regardless, I've been playing these games, and I've also been thinking about my channel. Last couple of weeks, I have not been trying to hit my goal of a video every day. So a video every day would mean 7 videos a week, essentially. And I don't know. In some ways, I would like to do that. Like if I were doing this full time, I'd probably do like several videos a day, um, at least one for sure. But probably some other supplemental things to put in between. So, but I don't do it full time. I do my own thing a lot of the time, and so I don't know. I guess I've been thinking about it, and I got to yesterday when I was going to record, and then I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. I was like, I'm kind of bored of the stuff that I have been making, and it's not really exactly the things. Maybe it's like the things I'm working with, and so when I'm playing Pokemon or Night in the Woods or even like Splatoon, I'm having a good time. I'm having fun. And I think what it is I don't know, my Let's Play for Animal Crossing New Leaf. While I'm sure people really like it, I guess I'm not enjoying it as much. And it's basically it just comes down to I've played New Leaf for 1,000 hours, more than 1,000 hours at this point. I know the game very well. There's still some new things I run into, but it's so minimal at this point, and so it just doesn't feel new to me anymore after spending so much time with it. And I don't know. It just comes down to I want a new Animal Crossing game. I don't want to experience what I've been experiencing for the past 6 years. So, like, yeah, the game's been out 6 years in Japan, and I have spent all the time, like, I'd watch as much gameplay footage from the Japanese game until it came out in the US, and so I've spent a lot of time with this game, and I feel a little bit less excited doing Let's Plays of it. And so, yeah, I guess I feel that. And then the other thing is it comes down to making 7 videos a week and trying to decide what those videos are and not being too repetitive or not being too, I guess I want to give each video enough time to be exciting and new and feel fun and feel great for people. So I guess what I'm thinking of doing is cutting down and being okay with about 4 videos a week. Sometimes I think I'll do 5, but I think 4 is going to be the good number for me. Of course, these are not going out of commission. Weekly updates will keep going. I think these are pretty fun. It's different from what I do. I think it's fun to keep, I guess, a little diary, because I've always liked the idea of keeping a diary, but I never really write things down or anything. But, it's easier for me to just, like, hit record and talk for a little while about what's going on. So I like these. The podcast, of course, counts as one, because I feel like we put a lot of effort into the podcast. I feel like that's a piece of content that we do well and work toward. So these 2 are good so far. And then the Friday series is always the video that I work the most on. A lot more planning goes into it, a lot more of the concepts to them take a bit more time, and I like to come up with the series that, I can do for several weeks at a time, and, so I like that. So those 3 are pretty much staples, and I guess the 4th or 5th video, I just like it to be something fun and exciting that I'm working on. So lately, I've been getting a little bit more into the GameCube game, and I think that's mostly because it's not something that I've spent as much time on as New Leaf. It's been something that I've been away from for a lot longer, too. Like, New Leaf has been kind of a constant for me since it came out, so I think going back to an older game is pretty fun. Even, like, Wild World on the DS, that one has been fun. City Folk, I don't know, I guess I feel like I've been a little more into that one, too, but a little less than those other 2, because I feel like those I'm more distant from. So I'm planning on doing a little GameCube one, but I don't think it's just gonna be a little video in between, a little extra. Like, I want that 4th and 5th video to be something extra that I really like. And, my channel is called Chewy Plays Nintendo, and it has been mostly Animal Crossing, so I think I'm gonna be playing with my brother's computer that he sent me. Angel sent me his old computer, and I'm going to be playing with that and try to do some more streaming of other games. I want it to be Chewy Plays Nintendo. I want to start working in some other small games. Of course, I think Animal Crossing is always important to me. I want it to be the main thing, and so usually, maybe, I don't know, I guess I've been thinking of changing these weekly update background videos to be other games than just like Animal Crossing New Leaf, because I have been going to, I play New Leaf, I go to Dream Addresses and do my thing there, and then I don't know, it's just more New Leaf, you know? And it is a little bit different because I get to explore other places, but I don't know. I've been thinking of what to do. I guess anybody who watches these, please leave a comment if you want to see other games, because I've been having fun with other games, and so, you know, the video portion of these videos is always like a little bit supplemental. It's just to have something playing in the background while I talk to you all. So, yeah, I guess I'm just wondering what to do. Maybe I'll do some indie stuff, or yeah, there's some fun indie games that I'd like to check out, so I might move over to that, but the podcast is always going to be Animal Crossing. That's the focus for it. Like, I want it to be passionate about Animal Crossing, and I want it to happen every week. That's as simple as it is. And then the Friday series, I also want that to be Animal Crossing. I want that to be more in-depth, more fun, more research-based, more, just take a little bit more work. I want to make good content that people care about. So instead of trying to just fill in something every day, I want it to have a purpose out there, you know? So yeah, I'm thinking about other things for my 4th and 5th video, but it is going to be supplemental. It's going to be fun. It's going to be something that, you know, lets me be a little more creative than I feel I have been. I think the Let's Plays, they're fun, but it's just with a game that I've had so much time with, and there's a new one right around the corner, and I kind of want to go into this new one feeling like, yeah, it's been months or years since I played an Animal Crossing game, but right now it feels like I've been playing Animal Crossing, the same game, for a long time, and so I just want it to feel as fresh as possible when I get to it. So I might be taking a little break there, but yeah, I hope things are going well. I hope your projects are going well, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.